Hi art journalers. I'm hoping that preparing your art journals is going well. You don't have to have the whole thing finished. You can be preparing the pages as you go, but you may just want to have a couple of pages ready. For this first assignment, we are just going to work on some blank paper, whether you cut out blank paper and pasted it onto a prepared background, or you're actually just using a blank piece of paper. And we're gonna make these birds. As many of you know, I have a thing for birds. So a lot of this art journaling is going to involve making quirky birds. I like to call these blob birds. So again, they're whimsical. They're not meant to be realistic, and you are supposed to make mistakes, and they're supposed to be really weird. So these are some finished ones, and I went ahead and named them. This one, after I created it, it's called the bandit bird. This is the collared bird. And this is the primary color bird. I don't know. You can name them whatever you want. So I'm going to move this aside and show you some blobs. So here is the journal that I will be using for art journaling. Codex is quarantined. I probably didn't pronounce that well, but it's Latin for quarantined art book. I thought I'd give this book a fancy name and date it, and I'm going to make an effort to paint something or draw something every day during this quarantine time. And so this is another one I found in a Goodwill, and it actually happens to be 104 things to paint, but I'm painted over that and prepped this. So it's thicker paper. I have glued more watercolor paper down. I have acrylic paint on the back. But I'm finding a blank white page, and I'm showing you that today I'm just going to use some watercolor. And these are some blobs I went ahead and made. And as you can see, they look really messy. So that's what yours are supposed to be. Don't think about it's supposed to be a bird. I want you to have the freedom to play and make a mess. So these are some ones that I need for them to dry, but I'm gonna move this page over a little bit right there, and I'm gonna just go back to my watercolor paints. If you don't have paints, you can scribble with a marker or even a colored pencil. Just scribble, scribble, scribble into like blobs, and we can turn those into blobs as well. So what I'm doing is I'm putting down paint, and I am purposely making a mess. Because that is what you are supposed to do. You're just experimenting. And you're probably thinking, those are not birds. But I'm gonna show you some magic tricks for art. You can even combine colors that are going to make these into birds. So, really quick, again, some white paper. If you don't have watercolor paints or gouache, you can use your colored pencils. You can use your markers and wet it. If it's thinner paper, don't use a lot of water because it will rip a hole through there. If you just have colored pencils, just scribble, scribble, scribble. I'll do one on this page. I want you to scribble. Yeah, really, we're gonna scribble. And it's going to be just fun. And I will show you how to turn these scribbles into birds. And I feel like I need to do something bright. One bright one. Maybe in the middle of this. Okay, so your assignment is to find a blank page. Use watercolor, use paints, use pens, whatever you have, and I want you to make some blobs. Now, after your blobs, I need to let mine dry. I will be back with part 2 tomorrow to show you how to add some details and turn them into, voila, birds that look like these guys, and we'll give them fun names. Again, please share even if when you make blobs, please share. I want to see your blobs, and I want you to encourage others. Really, make a mess, make blobs. It's a lot of fun. And you don't have to just do 2 pages. If you want to make a lot of blobs, go for it. Just make sure that they're dry along the way before you flip the page. All right, I will be seeing you soon. Okay, Happy art making.